And them if you know, so this is the original Chronics alongside Yaadcore, and I say let King Selassie I be praised and never go on him ways, because I great gods to blaze. Yaadcore, rock them nice and easy, rock them nice and slow.
Mr. DUBWISE himself.
Blessed.
Yaadcore,
yeah.
The Selector Yaadcore,
yeah.
Live from Jamaica.
Thanks.
Introduce yourself, let the people know. I'm familiar with your music, with your movement, but for the listeners right now, the movement is going international. The DUBWISE movement, if you're not familiar with it, is going international, and this is the man basically responsible for that movement, Mr. Yaadcore himself. Introduce yourself once again.
Yeah, so we say blessed greetings to everyone tuning in right now. We say, as him say, my name is Yaadcore. DUBWISE Jamaica is a reggae session where, you know, from out of Jamaica, you know, playing roots, playing culture, you know, spreading the message, spreading the consciousness, preserving roots, preserving culture, you know, yeah, basically.
Okay, and you got your start basically, from my knowledge, from your father owning a sound system. What was that sound system, and which part of Jamaica was your father's sound system from?
Well, I hail from Mandeville, so you don't know, that's where my father's sound came from. And that was like a long time before the whole reggae revival, vibration and everything, you know. Because I started out as like a regular DJ that, you know, played dancehall, hip-hop and all kind of other music. And
yes, if you're familiar, that was the
from
dancehall
a long
night.
time, you know, as
yes.
you asked me earlier about the whole dancehall night segment and thing.
Yes.
But, you know, right now we're on a different pace, a different part, I would say, strictly consciousness, you know, strictly roots.
Okay, so when did you actually start your journey in this Rastafarian lifestyle?
Well, like from about 2006, 2005, 2006, 2007, you know, and then like in 2010 was when I met Protege, and then the whole vibration just...
That's a whole nother way we gonna get to in later on in the interview. But for now we're focusing on you, Mr. Yaadcore. Okay, your father owned the sound system. You grew up basically being around the sound system, but you converted to the man that we see before us today. Now, in the early 2000s, who were the people around you at that point in time that influenced you to become the man you are now, to join the Rastafarian lifestyle, start living the way you're living, playing the music you're playing?
Well, as I live it, you know, growing up, there's a brethren of mine called Randy. You know, he was like a young Rasta youth, have locks from like 16, and, you know, being exposed to him from the age of like, what, 18, them time there. You know, smoking herbs and, you know, getting all these oppression from smoking herbs from your parents and, you know, all kind of things. So, yeah, basically just Randy, you know, because, you know, my family is not really a defendant of the whole Rastafari thing, and I never really was exposed to Rastafari people at a small age or anything, so, you know, due to the music now and, as we said, the herbs, you know, Rastafari is like a refuge, you know, because when you start get all of this oppression, you know, you look to something for help or for, you know, for your comfort, or, you know what I say, so Rastafari was a comfort, you know, too.
It was your strength. Okay. Yeah. So now, you converted to the Rastafarian lifestyle. You started, I know you were playing on the radio in Jamaica at this point in time.
Yeah, at this point in time, even sighting up the Liberty, you know, I was still playing dancehall even in that point in time, you know.
Yes.
You know, due to financial benefits or, you know, because before this whole reggae revival movement, there wasn't a market for, you know, the whole strictly rockers or,
Yes.
you know, so, you know, them time they would just have to bite the tongue and do what we have to do.
Okay. I remember maybe a couple years before that there was a little rise in the reggae music where you had the Fifth Element, you had artists like Richie Spice, Chuck Fender. They were getting that light at that point in time. Don Corleone was actually doing some one-drop rhythms that had these artists getting some radio spins, but it went away. It died down, and then here Mr. Yaadcore comes with this Reggae Aroma radio show that turned into the Reggae Aroma mixtape series. Tell us about that and how did that come about?
Alright, it was the Reggae Aroma series before the whole Reggae Aroma show. And then before even DUBWISE, there was Kingston Dub Club that I played for like a year straight.
Big up Gabriel Selassie.
Yeah, big up Gabriel Selassie every time. So we played this for a year straight, like for once a month. So after the once a month thing, I say, oh, we have to create a session where, you know, closer, cause Kingston Dub Club up on the hill, far from the city and thing. So we stay so bad more and keep something in the city where me can play more often and, you know, naturally it closer to the vicinity. You understand? So I got some band now where I got the DUBWISE and as I said, protege my brother Jason Panton, who is a partner of the whole DUBWISE movement and thing. So yeah, the Reggae Aroma, now back to that, is like a reggae culture mix series. I'm gonna start before even the whole reggae revival. And then the whole transition of the reggae revival now just help boost the whole brand Reggae Aroma.
Okay, for the listeners now who's just getting in tune with Yaadcore and the series we're talking about, what are some of the artists, the vibe, the music that you could find on the Reggae Aroma series?
What you can find from artists like Kabaka, Pyramid, Chronics, Jesse Royal, a wide range of artists. Protege, you can find John 9, John Romeo, you know.
Yes. Okay.
Whole heap of artists, Midnight, Loot and Fire, Sizzler, you know, the whole works.
Okay. That vibe that you have going, also I wanna big up Adis Pablo, I'm saying, the players and instruments. That whole movement that you got going. How is it that you, Yaadcore, the DJ, what are you, besides DUBWISE, what strength are you lending to this reggae revival now?
Well, I mean, being that I was the first selector to stand up and say, you know, I'm gonna play strictly reggae music, that was the whole, you know, essence towards the you know. If somebody book me now and them say, alright, boom, we have to play some dancehall and and t. I say, yo, you know, yeah, I strictly reggae me I do right now.
Boom. Militancy.
Yeah, so, you know, being aligned with, as I said before, Protege as well will help boosted my career, you know, because we did like a mixtape to promote his album, the 7-year itch, and you know, from there, so the whole.
Yeah, we gonna get to that now because you have a very strong relationship with that.
Yeah, because that is a part of the whole, you know, going forward, you know, so Yaadcore, you know, so we can't really left out that part, you know.
The 7-year itch mixtape. You did that. It got rave reviews. He dropped the album. rave reviews. Music from my heart.
Yeah.
You came back again. And I see the relationship with you and the artist. He performed in a number of DUBWISE events to the point where DUBWISE left Kingston, Jamaica and started going international. Where's some of the places that this DUBWISE event where you stand up and you say you're going to be militant and only play reggae music, where are some of the places that this event has taken you?
Well, the first time it went international was when I went on tour with JAMAICA to Europe and Africa. So from there on, it took this whole international essence. And then now Miami started. We're getting down to Miami's first anniversary now, which was started April 1st or the 2nd of last year. And then now we got Atlanta, we got Trinidad, we got Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is coming up again.
Bermuda.
Yeah, so big up the Bermuda family, Kabaka Pyramid, April 9, we say, what got there?
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico, we say that already, man.
Where's some of the other places that I've seen the DUBWISE pop up? DC?
Yeah, DC.
New York?
New York, we want to find a date again for the New York people because you don't know, we can't live for the New York people same way. LA, we want to try to go LA too.
Nice. Nice. Protege real strong on the West Coast, so I think that's going to be coming this year, definitely.
Hopefully,
Speaking of the other artists you just mentioned, Micah Shemaiah, earlier when you were speaking, I told you one of my favorite albums, Original Dread, dropped last year.
Yeah.
What was it like going on tour, Europe, Africa, as a young selector coming out of Kingston? Like you said, you're militant in what you choose to play for the people. So that would actually limit your market, but being able to reach out to Europe and Africa, what was that experience like?
Well, it was good enough because, that is the market for the whole reggae vibe, the whole conscious vibe, So it was a very, welcoming experience, as we said earlier. It was my second time going to Europe, so, Micah Shemaiah also has a niche market in Europe. So yeah, it was a joy,
Okay.
Yeah.
What are some of the countries that you traveled to in Africa?
That's Kenya and Ethiopia.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, coming back to you, your essence as a DJ, you released a slew of other mixtapes. I want to touch on some of those projects and basically let the listeners get a feel for what you are creating as a mover of instruments, I should say. Instructor instruments. Besides the Reggae Aroma series, you also had the Herb mixtape, which we played a couple of joints off in the start. Tell us about that project. How did it come about? What was the inspiration behind it, besides the obvious?
Alright, well, that mixtape was done for VP Records, actually. They wanted to promote a song. The song again, Mystic Revealers, and Chronics, that song. Yeah, so they
Herb Must Legalize?
Yeah.
Big tune.
I don't know if we released too much information, but anyway, so them said they want to promote the tune, so we want to do a mixtape for promote the song same way. And West Obama released it for, I think it was April 20 last year. So.
Okay, so as a selector, because you're not really representing a sound system, but you're a selector, Yaadcore himself. You actually have record labels such as VP reaching out to you, asking you to promote projects for their upcoming releases. That's huge, that's great. Keep up the good work with that. Another mixtape that you worked on was one with Max Romeo. Tell us about that.
That mixtape, no, it was basically done as a birthday gift for Max. because it was, you know, released on his Earth Day or at his Earth Day session. So, you know, they always do like a compilation to give away at his Earth Strong or something. So, you know, they just decided that they wanted to do a mixtape to give away to his guests at his.
So did you come up with that concept, or did someone approach you, like, I want you to do the mixtape to present it?
Well, yeah, somebody approached me.
Okay, it's a beautiful concept though. Do you have a relationship with the artist?
Yeah, fairly good relationship, you know.
Okay. Once again, moving on, you have a lot of projects. You released, I believe it was in October last year, strictly female, a strictly female project. That's the Roots Daughter project.
Yeah.
Who are some of the, you mentioned Zana Romeo, I'm familiar with John, but who are some of the other artists that you worked with in completing this project?
Well, I don't remember who actually gave me DUBWISE, but this project is basically just an idea that manifested, you know, between me and my brethren, just, you know, coming up with ideas to, you know, themes for mixtapes and whatever, and we just said, alright, we're gonna do something for the daughter them same way, and, you know, come up with a name and, you know, just do a compilation of my, you know, favorite woman selections, or, you know, talking about women, or, you know, because it's not only women on it, but yeah, Micah Shamaya, and I think
Talking about
Samurai.
Yeah, but
Talking about him.
yeah, big up that artist to Samari. But again, who are some of the female artists in the Roots revival scene besides the obvious John 9 who people should be looking out for?
Yeah, Zana Romeo, as we mentioned earlier, Empress. Kelisa, you have Kelisa.
Okay.
Yeah, what's your name? Yeah, Nicole Miller. Where she have a Selector Voice. Yeah, we have quite a few young, you know, female artists there whom we can't really remember the name right now. You have Aisha Bell. You have, what's your name? Princess Kazaya.
Okay. Now you have turned yourself into obviously an ambassador of the reggae revival. You're someone that people could look to hear new music from new artists. What's going on moving into 2016? You here in New York again, once again. What's going on? What can people look forward to with Yaadcore?
Well, you know, we're doing more sessions, and or as I said earlier, we want to bring back a DUBWISE New York. You know, we're getting to production soon. So, you know, apart from mixtapes that, you know, you can expect from me, you know, you can look forward to some production.
I'm definitely looking forward to that right there.
Yes.
Okay.
That is it, you know.
SoundCloud, it's SoundCloud /Yaadcore for people to go and check out the mixtapes.
Yeah.
If you don't know about the SoundCloud page, just catch up with it. I'm saying a lot of mixtapes up there, a lot of music. Are you on YouTube as well? Are you on Facebook, Instagram that people could reach out?
Yeah, man, just YAAD is how you spell Yaadcore. So YAADCORE, and you just Google that, and you can find everything related to Yaadcore and the whole movements. So, yeah.
Okay. For all the Yaadcore fans out there, Europe, Africa, the Caribbean, worldwide, is there anything else you want to tell them?
Yeah, we just you know, live up conscious, you know, try live in love to your brother, cause, you know, above all things, that's what we're really here for, you know. Me personally, we just use music to get people aware of, you know, how they should be really living, and, you know, how they should be really, you know, dealing with each other as human people, as the human race, you know. So, you know, that is my intention, you know, as a human being. And, you know, music is my tool to let other people aware as well as myself.
Okay.
So,
Speaking of the production that you say that you want to get into, are you actually going into the studio and producing, or are you basically putting musicians together?
Yeah, well, we get musicians together as well, you know, and we, you know, we put certain directions to what must be played here or what must not be played here, or, you know, take this out here or take this out there. You know, I'm not really a full musician as yet, but, you know, we're getting there also. But for now, we're just have to deal with the production aspect.
All right. You're not a full musician, but you are a DJ. No. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to ask you to critique 2 albums for me. I want you to tell me what you think about these 2 albums. The first one would be Protege, Ancient Future. Tell us a little bit about that album. What do you think of that album?
Alright, well, the Ancient Future now is definitely one of the best albums that has been released in the 2015. What I like about it personally is the sound that it has. You know, it maintains the root sound with a, you know, kind of fresh, crisp feel to it, you know. So, yeah, you don't know when Protege going on lyrics is really a listening thing, so you really take it on a journey, you know, where you really can relate to things where go on with it in your life personally, you know.
What's Yaadcore's favorite track on that album?
Protection is one of the top tracks.
Nice. Okay. You know. The second album is Original Dread by Micah Shemaiah.
Yeah, well, Micah Shemaiah, Original Dread, no, you don't know. It's a different feel that I take you on a different journey, same way. So, yeah, it's a wonderful album, and it maintains the root sound same way, but with a more rough feel, you know, and in comparison to Protege, but you don't know when I really, you know, when I compare if it's it's not a negative or a positive comparison.
2 different feels.
Right, you know, just to make you understand the description. So yeah, that album is a rougher feel, and you don't know we like that feel it the same way.
One of the things I appreciate about both artists really is they after releasing songs they do dub versions, or they release dub versions with their records, which every vinyl lover, roots lover, DJ from that school they appreciate that. So once again, thank you to you guys for keeping that up. Thank you for this reggae revival that you're adding strength to. Once again, Mr. Yaadcore, Mr. DUBWISE himself. Much to look forward to in 2016. We appreciate you passing through. Anybody you want to give a shout out to before we tune out?
Yeah, well, you know, well, for bless up, you know. I don't know how I'm going. But anyway, yeah, well, for bless up everybody with, you know, support Yaadcore, all the fans first and foremost, you know, for bless up my DUBWISE partner, same way, Jason Panton. You know, my brother Protege, same way. Business partner, brother, music partner, you know, how the thing go. We say everybody will have life, you know, we just say bless up everybody, all the artists, them, all the selector them in New York. Yeah, we'll keep it rooted, I'll keep it cultural. You know, we say bless up on yourself, and you know.
Okay, the fans can check you on yaadcore.com still?
Yeah, Yaadcore Radio.
Okay, yaadcoreradio.com. Yeah. I believe it's protege.com as well.
Yeah.
You got Yaadcore on SoundCloud.
Yeah, and it's YAADCORE.
Yaadcore on Facebook. Do you have a YouTube page where you have music that you give to the fans?
Well, there's a YouTube page, but it's not really updated as it should be, you know.
Okay, but
so we'll say just keep more in tune to the SoundCloud and the Yaadcore website. Same way.
okay, once again, TGM Radio, Kingline Caribbean Showcase, powerofreggae.com. You got any upcoming shows?
Yeah, well, there's a book launch, you know, by Anisi and Alexandria. The book called I and I coming up this Wednesday. And I don't remember the address or anything, but you can, yeah, I think it's in Manhattan. I think it's in Manhattan. So, no, that's invite still. But the after party is by Lovers Rock Wednesday, Rockers NYC. So, I got parachute there, so, and, you know, all that Lovers Rock vibes.
Nice.
Well, we never really got that style of full-fledged yet.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear what you gonna play in that joint.
Yeah, man, so I tell all the friends, you know, all the daughter them forward out. Get a Yaadcore Lovers Rock selection, you know. That's special request.
Boom. Once again, TGM Radio, Kingline Caribbean Showcase, YaadcoreRadio.com, SoundCloud /Yaadcore. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Yaadcore, YAADCORE. Once again, thepowerofreggae.com. Log on to that. TGM Radio, Kingline Caribbean Showcase.
And them finna say this is the original Chronics alongside Yaadcore, and I say let King Selassie be praised and never go on him ways, because I great gods to blaze. Yaadcore, rock them nice and easy, rock them nice and slow. In the early morning, music turn me on, so let the